Hey everybody, what is going on? Serial Overdrive here, and today we're playing some Entropia Universe. And if you don't recognize this area, this is the brand new content that was dropped for Entropia Universe called the Howling Mine. So the Howling Mine is a brand new sort of area that they've added to Entropia Universe. Apparently it was added a while ago, but it was actually revamped, and this is my first time here. So we're gonna see what it's like. I honestly like the feel of this. This has a bit of like a cyberpunk feel to it, which I really like. I don't know how well I think it fits into the game pretty well, to be honest, because like Calypso, like this fits. Honestly, I like it. But yeah, we're gonna be going over this game and a few other things. So if you're looking at it will say this video is sponsored because right now I don't know exactly if this video is sponsored. So I've gotta just be clear with everybody here because I said this when I joined the content creator program for Entropia Universe. I'm not going to be pulling any junk with anybody. I'm going to tell you like straight up what's going on. So basically, there's this program where you can get bounties or rewards basically for covering certain topics. One of them would be the most recent space update. This would be the one that brings the Howling Mine. For this update, there's a few things I've got to cover, so we're going to be covering those and just everything that's involved with the Howling Mine, the space update, and the new mining system that they added. Full disclosure here, I'm not sure if they're actually going to give me the bonus because I'm not 100% on board with everything. So my opinions might not make people happy. But yeah, this is the Howling Mine. It's got a mining and a hunting area. So you can see here, warning, you're entering the hunting area. Argonauts are on the loose. But before doing that, we should probably get our daily quest because I think there's actually daily quests for this. So let's talk to this. I think let's see. There you go. See, so you're gonna sign up for this. What does it say? A little problem with the Argos back there. Yeah. So you get some rewards. One PD of Universal Animal, one PD credit H&M, one hunting script. So I'll say yeah, sign me up. I should ask what those are for, shouldn't I? Let's see if I can buy another gun. So this is they're selling weapons. It looks like here. Okay, so I see I can use the credits to buy guns. All right, that makes sense. So basically, then you just go and you do these quests. You hunt these Argonauts, and you're good to go. So let's pull out a gun. Let's get some hunting done while we talk about this. But yeah, there's a whole new system, and if you're not aware of it, you should be because it's completely crashing deeds. And I actually think that this is going to be a significant problem in the future because I think that areas like this are being designed to take away money from Calypso deed holders, and I think the new teleportation system that was introduced has been introduced to actually take away space essentially. So the Howling Mine is cool, right? I like this, and I think I see the direction this mining. I think I see the direction this update's going in. And if you don't believe me, take a look at my PED card next time you get a chance. So here we go. We can just go here and start killing these bad boys here. And we're not really getting any loot. And I'm really doing some overkill here. We should probably switch weapons. Um, you don't want to be doing too much overkill. Kill. I've got a bunch of other weapons I can use, so why not use those? Um, yeah, there's a few things I'm supposed to talk about. We're gonna talk about all those, and we're gonna do this daily mission. This actually wasn't one of the things that we're supposed to talk about, so we'll go into this. But we're just gonna talk about the whole update, what's going on with all that, what's cooking with Entropia Universe, because there's some people that aren't so happy. There's some people that love it, and we really should be talking about it. So you can see here, this is just dailies. You kill these Argonauts, you're gonna get some reward for that. I think this is actually a pretty good daily. It's very low level, so this is good for low level players who are starting off in the game, which is another thing that gets me into, right? Like this has more that Calypso feel, and if you are, if you're looking to replace Calypso, if you're looking to get people out of there, this is gonna do it. There's been a significant drop in deed payouts. Like if I go right now to the deeds, you're gonna see that the payouts are way lower than they used to be. They've essentially been cut in half, and that's because everybody's out here. Um, I'm getting this because I'm actually selling off deeds. They've lost a ton of value though. They're worth 30 PDs now. I started selling off around 33, I believe, 34. So I started selling off right around when this came out. So if we look at sell orders, you can see well, I've got only one for 30. But I think I started selling off around 33. And that was just because, I had a bad feeling about the way things are going. So here you go. You get a shifter provider. Let's take this thing out. I should probably have used a better. Yeah, I should have used a better gun, shouldn't I? Oh, this thing's gonna kill me. All right. Anyways, it doesn't matter. We're gonna go to the revive terminal. Not a big deal. I like the dailies. And this area does feel cool. It feels like they put some time into it, so I do like that. We're gonna get into space because I'm not as thrilled about that. I mean, I think what they're doing, I think they've got the right idea overall, but I'm not a huge fan. So we're jumping around a bit. I'm trying to follow like what they're doing and give everything through that. But yeah, I guess the other question would be too, uh, can you mine in the hunting area? So that's something I actually do want to see. So let's just pull out this thing and drop some probes just to see if you can mine out here because I'm curious. I don't think we can. Oh no, you can. All right, so you can mine in the hunting area. There's a whole new mining thing that's been released, by the way, too. So like, this update is actually a huge indicator of where Entropia Universe is going, in my opinion, because A, with mining, they've sort of replaced miners in a sense. And you can see these asteroids now. There's a new asteroid mining system. People are buying ships for that. They're buying bigger ships for that. A special type of ship came out with it. So there's a big, there were people spending a lot of money on them. Because it's a ship with warp drive. You can walk around. That's sort of cool. I like how they do the quests up here now. I'm used to them being over here, but I do like this. But there's a whole host of new systems that they've introduced, and I think this is the beginning of some big changes for Entropia Universe, and I don't think people are properly ready for it. But yeah, you can see like I mean, I'd like to see these characters moving around a bit. I'm hoping with Unreal we're gonna get more than just these static characters. But you can see they're trying to populate it more. You can see Neverdie's got his thing there. He's doing some crafting event now, I noticed. Well, let's go check out the new club, Neverdie. Why not? I don't know. Ooh, a little bit of lag there, but it is what it is. I don't know why Neverdie keeps coming back. Like, honestly, Club Neverdie, like, that was cool, all about it. Rock Trophy, I thought that was a cool thing, but it doesn't quite go with what happened with everywhere else in Entropia Universe and planets. And it's like the most I think I've heard people describe it as Rocktropia is the most immersion breaking part of Entropia Universe. And when you combine that with some of the other stuff that's going on, I don't know. I mean, I have mixed feelings about this because he sort of sold off his stake to I don't know. It's one of those things like I don't get exactly what's going on. Like he gave them back control of Noctropia to develop, which is good. But then like what's going to happen with that? They're selling deeds. I don't know. It feels like a bit of a mess. But yeah, Never Dies giving out some prizes for people who can craft here. I think you can get an apartment or you can get a shop. So that's pretty cool. Honestly, Never Die the character as an Entropia Universe character. I do love it. I like the fact that he went back to the nightclub and all of that. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's just interesting because I don't even know if they had anyone else. Like, there was no bidding on this. So, it would be interesting if there were other people that could bid on it. But then for kicks, I could see it. I could see people like just wanting Club Never Die to be there because that's like a historic thing in Entropia Universe that brought a lot of people in. That brought me into this game. So I don't know. I can see both ways. Anyways, let's go check out some of this other stuff here because yeah, I haven't explored this at all. So this is you're seeing this all with me. So we got this shipwright school here. So this is yeah, this is one of these new jobs, I guess, or missions that you can take on. So let's talk to this. Let's see. So I'm looking to build a mining ship. You can talk to them. And what is this? What do you give them? Let's see. Well, National can help you plan. It happens at facilities and know how to build a pioneer. Just so you know, building record. Okay, so you can build a whole privateer here. And this tells you what you need to buy. So you get all these. You can get a limited edition privateer built for you. So I think that's sort of what a lot of these are. Let's see if we can find some other ones here just to see what this is. Also, there's a tailing recycling station here. So if you're mining, I think this is where you just let's see, please feed me tailings. So you can give it tailings, and then that's gonna just dump out these ores. Or do they not matter either? Let's see. No, I think it just dumps out these ores. So the interesting thing about this is the tailings get refined, and when you refine them, it gives you these ores. So this is part of the whole new mining system that they've got for mining asteroids. And all those ores are dropping in value right now because people are out mining and they're looting a ton of them. Whether or not that stays is we'll see, we'll see. But if it does, it's not something I'm a big fan of as someone who's put a lot of time into mining. Every time they do this, every time you make skills less valuable, you make the loot less valuable, you're gonna cause some issues. Here we go, contract terminal. Let's check this out here. So you can get a contract. This would be your dailies here. You can see maybe not dailies even. What is this? Pirate mission, hunting destroyed pirates. So space pirates, those are added. That's a good thing to talk about. But yeah, I guess this is a bunch of mining initiatives and stuff. Destroy asteroid progress. So it's good to get all these before you go out. I like this too. This is like a very nice, like a retro map that they've designed. So I don't know, like going into this, I didn't think I'd be a huge fan. I really didn't. But as I'm running around this universe, as I'm seeing what they've done, I can't say I hate it. I really can't. So this will take us to the landing pad so we can get out of there. There's also a teleporter here. So, like, if I wanted to go back to Calypso, I don't know if this is the teleporter I could use or I've got to go up to a space station, but you can use the teleporter. I don't know, it's called like a teleporter mineral material thing to teleport yourself around. Right now, those are extremely expensive, so it's not worth doing. But I think they're going to get cheaper as time goes on. And I think eventually that is going to be how they sort of move away from warp drives and space into something else. So here you got some more missions you can pick up. Let's see. So we've got throw out some probes, see what you find. Okay, cool. So what is this? New mine. Okay. So I'm just taking all these because, like, does that does anybody actually like read the dialogue for these things? Do we just does everybody like maybe just take on the quest that you get and then you'll go through your codex, find something you want to pursue and go with it. But it is what it is. See, just running around, it is cool. Like I like that they say warning Argonauts on the loose. They've got like all these. It feels. I guess this is how I can sum it up. It feels like I'm still in Entropia Universe, but at the same time, it does feel like a new progression to the game. What happens if I jump down here? I'm probably gonna die, right? Yep. All right. I've got to try it though. I've got to try it. But it feels cool. It feels like the game's expanded. It feels like there's new things to do. It feels like a new part of the universe, but it's part of the universe that fits. To be honest, for me, Entropia Universe, when they expanded to Crystal Palace, when they expanded to Club Neverdie, when they expanded now to like the Howling Mine, I think this is what they should be going for rather than planets. Because to me, Arcadia, Rocktropia, all the planets, they generally don't quite feel like Entropia Universe properties. Part of that's probably because it was developed by a whole different team, but I think part of it's just because the planets are so big, so massive, you can't just do the same thing because then the question becomes why not just keep doing Calypso? Whereas these space stations, these asteroids, these actually do feel like they'd fit a little bit more into this sci-fi world that we've created. Plus, like, let's be real. What are the chances that you're gonna find how many habitable planets throughout the space system, and you've got a game with a limited amount of players, and for whatever reason, like it's populating all over the place. I like condensed player bases, but still spread out a little bit with these asteroids and things like that. I like that. So these are the apartments I think that we're going to be going through. So let's just go to floor one. I like that you can just type the numbers in right now. That's nice. As someone who owns Treasure Island, 18, floor 18, it's nice to be able to type that in. Okay, I think no, I think this is all still closed, isn't it? They've got shops too that they're opening up. So that was the thing, never die with the crafting. The biggest loot, the biggest crafting loot looted, I think in Club Never Die it is going to get a shop here or an apartment here. And I guess these are all closed so far. But that it's a cool initiative from him. I like that. I'm not sure if he's getting crafting loot or how exactly his cut's working and why he's so interested in this, but Never Die definitely has something to do with all of this. Judging by Club Never Die, you probably figured that out too. But yeah, you can see there's a bunch of new quests that you can pick up. So it looks like you can build a privateer. Let's see what else there is. Because I do have a list. So I gave you a list to talk about, like just stuff that exists in the Howling Mine. I think we talked about all those because they just talked about the shipwright shoal, the contractor, contract terminal, employers or employer, and then then we get to do some space mining in action, some space hunting. We've talked about most of the stuff to be honest. But we're gonna go over. We're gonna go out into space and do some of this. I'm just want to run around and experience like what this is. I love these holographic trees, by the way. I find that to be so cool. It's cool to run around. It doesn't feel too big either, but the way that you did it's nice. You're on these platforms, like you're sort of limited space, but then when you look around, you're still like you feel like you're in a big universe. I like that. Also, the fact that they always have these like signs sort of telling you where the Argonauts are. I like that. I mean, it's well labeled, it's well laid out, but it does feel like sort of a gritty, settlement type colony. So I'm honestly, as much as there are things about this that I want to be negative about, the Howling Mine, the revamp of this is not going to be one of them. I think it's pretty cool. So let's run in. Let's kill a few Argonauts, and then we'll go out into space and try mining and all that craziness. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. This is gonna be a longer video. This is gonna be a longer Serial Overdrive classic where we just talk about everything and see what comes of it. I know a lot of people are like, "Well, Serial, do you play Entropia Universe still?" To be honest, it's been a bit since I've actually done any hunting or anything like that. I've been, people know I've got a family and all that. I don't have time to keep up with it, and I guess this is my thing. It feels like the game's running away from me. Not like, in the sense that like the devs are doing anything or anything like that. It just feels like it's growing so fast. Like they're adding new professions, expanding the space. There's a new engine coming, and if you don't have the time to keep up with that, it feels like you're getting left behind. With other games, a lot of the time, what I find myself doing is I'll watch other YouTubers. I'll watch their updates on it, and that'll give me sort of an idea, a feel for like what's going on with the game, the universe. And I feel like I'm not left out. But with Entropia Universe, I guess maybe I was the one doing it or something like that. And I've been a little bit left out in the dust. That said, though, there's actually been some people who put out some really good update videos on this, so I will point them out because I think that should be done. Um, so the two that I've watched that actually really did blow me away are smaller channels, but one would be Miss Watson, amazing coverage of it, and Player One. Both these videos are like super well edited, super well done. I really like what they've done. And if you're looking for other Entropia Universe focused content creators to follow, I'd recommend them. I mean, you got Lore Spade, you got Scotty, some of the classics. I think Julian McBain has done with Entropia Universe. Julian, if you're listening, let me know what happened. Um, but no, like, as time goes on, people leave. The only reason I still play the only reason I still do so much gaming is because of YouTube. Should we get into it? We're pretty deep in this video. We can talk about this a little bit. Watch, this is gonna be what gets me. Oh, level 28. That's a little bit of a harder one. We're not just gonna go in there with that little pistol. But yeah, they're gonna be like Serial. You're not even doing an update video at this point. You're just talking. But those are the videos I do. Maybe I get paid for it, maybe I don't. It's universal ammo I'm going to spend in the game. I might be doing a withdrawal here. If you look at that PED balance, it's getting a little heavy. But no, what was I saying? And I know these aren't even the ones I'm supposed to be killing, but whatever. Um, but no, what was I talking about? Yeah, with YouTube and stuff, the income that it brings in is not. I guess the way to put it is it's not significant, but it's also not insignificant. It's basically like a side hustle that's really fun and allows you to sometimes write off weird things on your taxes. It feels like you shouldn't be able to do it, but then when you look at the income statements and reasons you're doing it and all that, it makes sense. But it's like, like playing games is a part-time job for me. essentially. But it doesn't feel like a job because I enjoy doing it. You know, it's like sometimes when I go into work, I'm not working. Well, I'm not working like a real job right now. I'm just back to my adolescent years, I guess. But no, I'm not. I took time off to travel, spend time with my kids. It's been great. I'm very lucky. I know that in so many senses of the word. And you're about to find out, I guess, why I'm even luckier. But yeah, basically, with YouTube, it was one of those things I started back in like 2012, right? Like, if you want to know like what the AdSense was paying out at the time, because I was curious, I made some Call of Duty videos, all that. Some of them actually did pretty good. Like you're talking like 10,000 views, which back in the day was like mind blowing. Still pretty big back in the day. Ooh, um, those videos were paying me like 2 cents, literally, not even like 2 cents. Hee hee. No, like they were legitimately paying me like 2 cents. Like if I made a video and I had a coffee, like ground, like instant coffee, I was a net loss. And that was with a 10,000 view video. Nowadays, that is not the case. But that's what it was back then. So I didn't start YouTube because I wanted the money. At first, I'll admit I was curious about the money. And then I made some videos and people were actually like enjoying them. People were actually finding them useful. I'd be like, this is a guide on how to do this. They found it useful and I was happy to help people. I liked it. So I just started doing them here and there. And I was just nibbling away at it, right? And things started to get a little bit better. At one point, it was like I'm making $100 a month doing this, and that was pretty cool. So I kept doing it, and then COVID happened. There was a game called Rust Console Edition that released. I got very big on that to the point where, like, at one point, I was a trending YouTuber, I guess you could say. I really, and there was a week where I was releasing videos and every video looked like it was going to hit 100K. Most of them have hit 100K now. And they were not 100K videos. Like a video I put out recently, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I'm doing guides for that. There was a way I found to do a mission that was like stealthy, get around some of the boring parts. I'm like, that is a potential 100K video. These were not potential 100K videos. These were like videos like this, hitting 100K regularly. I just died. Videos like this. And it was mind blowing. But that brought YouTube up to a pretty substantial payday. At one point, I made more with YouTube than I did at my job. I'm a programmer. Programmers are paid very well. That was for the day, not for the month. That would be even nicer. But it was good. It was really good. The channel total, I think now is over. I've made over $60,000 playing video games. That's like there's YouTubers making way more than that, but it's a cool number. It's a cool thing to say, like, like video games, not only it's a hobby, but it's made me money. But at the same time, like, it's like, all right, like if I see something I'm interested in, a game I'm interested in, I'm like, let's just pick it up, make a few guides, play the game a bit. And if I don't have time to do it, not a big deal. But if I do, that's awesome because then I can keep going. So essentially I keep playing video games because it's a little bit of a part-time job and it's my excuse, right? Like, and if I need a little bit of time to make a video or play, it's just like, hey, I need time to do this, and it's gonna pay off, and it feels a little bit less of a time waste, and a little bit more like there's something coming back. So it's part of the reason, like, I stuck with it, if we're being honest, and that's helped me continue playing games like this. And Entropia Universe, I'm not gonna make my if they give me the keys. Sorry, I know my chair's squeaking. Like I'm I'm in between a lot of things in life right now. Not sort of, not. Oh man, that sounds bad. Family's all good. Like nothing in between there. Talking about houses, jobs, things like that. Things that don't really matter when it comes to happiness. I can tell you they don't because I've lived in apartments that are like 200 square feet and places that are over 5,000 square feet. And sometimes I wish I was back in 200. But yeah, like it doesn't matter. What was I saying now? Yeah, right now I'm not. I'm in a smaller place, I guess, for me. But no, everything's good with the family. I don't want to. I don't know. Sometimes people read into things, and then you got to be like, no, no, that's actually not it. Oh, here we go. Teleportation token blueprint. So for those of you wondering, this is how you can do it. You need one astral fragment, and then there's a teleportation blueprint that is. Oh, okay. I see this. You can make an unlimited teleportation token. Is that how that works? No. Both these make teleportation tokens, and one. I don't know if I quite. Let me. So we were talking about teleportation tokens earlier. This is level 6 blueprint essential for the manufacture of teleportation token blueprints. Okay, so this makes teleportation tokens, and this also makes teleportation tokens. This one costs 1,000 astral fragments, and this one costs 1. I think I'm not sure. It says items remaining unlimited. Oh, items remaining 0. So these got bought out, I guess. Maybe. I think. I was confused there for a little bit. I was like, why is everybody not buying these? Well, it won't let me buy, will it? Are you sure you want to obtain 1 teleportation? Okay. Oh, I see. So to get this, you're paying 1,000 astral fragments, or for the limited one, you're paying 1 astral. Okay, I'm a complete idiot. I thought that was what you needed to do it. So you got to pay 1 astral fragment to get the blueprint, and then you also need these things to craft them. Then you make teleportation tokens. You can teleport all over. I think eventually these are going to be costing. Like, you're going to be able to buy a teleportation token, especially when you look at this. Eventually these things are going to be super cheap. You're going to be paying like TT plus 10 for them, and it's going to make warp drives something that people don't care about anymore. That's my theory. That's my take on it. I think they're trying to get rid of space. They're already shrinking space down, making it easier to cross. They're trying to get rid of it. I think it's a good call. The reason I don't think they're going to come out and say it is because there's a lot of people who spent a lot of money on ships. They're still selling ships to people, and those people are going to be very upset when they realize that those ships are being made worthless, or at least the warp drive part of them is being made worthless, because we're all going to be using teleportation tokens, and I'm for it because it's better for the game. It's bad for Calypso Landides also. This is bad for Calypso Landides, but honestly, I don't think this is going to pull people in forever. So people are going to go back to Calypso. They're going to spread out again, but I think I see where things are going. I could be wrong, but I think I see where things are going, and good for Mindeck, good for the game, bad for a lot of asset holders in Entropia Universe. I mean, if you're a miner right now, essentially, you lost money here because your skills are less valuable because there's a new way of mining, and your tools are less valuable because people are going to want to do space stuff, probably. Also, there's a lot of space that's still lootable, so just take note of that. Anyways, let's go ahead and try and do some space mining here. So I can get a mining laser. I'm trying to see the differences between these. So there's different asteroids too. There's like 4 different levels of asteroids, and they're, harder or easier to take based on that level of asteroid. So obviously you can see I don't really have a good damage interval on this thing, so all my skills are gone, which is great to see. So this is a mining laser. So this one's used from the gunner seat. So I think this one's the one I want because I'm a solo player. Attached mining lasers can only be used by non-capital ships. So I think this is actually annoying because I think I'm going to be able to put this one onto my ship. And I think if you have a mothership or something like that, you can't do that. And the reason that sucks is because then you're in this situation where... Oh, can I not put it on? So I can't put it on. I wonder why. So I guess now the question is, can I detach this? Because I've got the space thruster, the light laser on. Okay, so now I can put it on. So I see, I guess the deal is you got to choose between mining or fighting when it comes to your quad wing. If you get a quad wing, I think people are probably using better stuff than that now. But yeah, if you get a quad wing, you got to make a choice, I guess. Is what it is. So we're gonna go space mining because I do want to try that out. I want to see how the profession is. I was a miner before. The thing I liked about mining was that I could just it was very passive. You can just drop probes and it's not really a big deal. Ooh, I like this. They've got all the ships laid out here. That's cool. Salesperson. Ooh, I wonder if you're going to be able to buy ships at some point from these people. They've got all the different ship models laid out, which is really cool to see. I really like that. And it looks like at some point I feel like they're gonna sell ships from here or something related to ships. But that is really cool. That's what I like that I like that they did that. That's a cool. See, I like when they do things like this. Even putting the ships here, like there's some attention to detail here that I think you wouldn't notice offhand. But when the more you pay attention, the more you're gonna be impressed with this. I think I could be wrong, but I do think that's how it's gonna work. So this is the shipwright. You got the construction machine. Everybody's out here crafting, repair tech. All right. Where are the teleporters? Oh, okay, over here. Let's use our mini map here, Serial. It's been a little bit since I've played. I've been playing a lot of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and before that, Marvel Rivals. Um, Before that, I don't think I was doing anything. I was playing something, but I forget what it is. Anyways, Howling Mines. Now we could go up. I think we can just go up to the Howling Mine teleporter. It's gonna let me teleport, or is it gonna? Let's see. There we go. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go there. We're gonna launch out. We're gonna try and find one of these asteroids and take it down. See if we can't get anything for it. Who's shooting at me here? Don't shoot me. Somebody. Who's this? Is this someone I know? No. Okay. Sometimes people shoot me and they just want me to get in their ship or something. And you know what they say? Always take candy from strangers. One day that's gonna happen. Someone's gonna be like, "Serial, get in the mothership." And I'll be like, "All right, let's see what this goes." They're gonna take me out to like space and kill me. Also, he's got red, which I think means that he will try to kill me. Let's see though. So this is the thing with space. You've got to remember it is lootable. Let's see what I'm going out here with. We got some shrapnel. We can just convert that. I'm okay with losing 9 PECs and one little thing of oil. So we'll just keep going. Let's see if we can't find asteroids here. So the deal so there's asteroid fields apparently. I don't know if they're gonna. So we got Rockham's Nest. I think you just fly into the asteroid fields and you just start shooting stuff. There's a list that I've seen, like you can see all the different asteroid types and everything like that. Let me see if I can find that so that we can go over that. Because that would be helpful. People say like I should prepare for this, blah blah blah, but serial overdrive video. You guys know me. I don't prepare for anything. I'm gonna get shot. Oh, here we go. Okay, cool, cool. So we found an asteroid. So now let's shoot it. Can I just get this to continuously shoot? All right, there we go. So we're just continuously shooting this asteroid, burning through ammo. Let's see what the burn rate is, though, right now. Okay, so we're doing about 4 PECs a shot. It seems like we're clipping through it at a decent pace. You can see here I'm getting some mining laser technology skills. So it's a nice new skill to get. Honestly, I was trying to get to 100k skills. This is gonna make it a lot easier. Let me see if I can find something going over the types of asteroids. I'm gonna link videos to those two people I was talking about and any other good videos that I see. So those will probably make things easier for you. All right, come on. I know I saw like a list of. I thought I saw a list of all the asteroids somewhere, but maybe that was on the forum. I know people have it in their videos, but I just don't want to. I'm not gonna just rip someone's video completely. Hmm. I don't know where it is, but there's a list of all the asteroids. Various asteroids are harder or easier to kill. Like, it's one of those things that you're going to figure out as you go. But you see how that works. You just find your asteroid, you shoot it, you're going to loot something, and then you can go ahead and refine that to get something cool. So let's see. All right, C-type asteroid unlocked. Ship is gained this style of fair. So we got shrapnel, tailings, and narcesium stone. All right, a little bit of a pause there, but that's okay. Let's head up to the next asteroid and just try and take that one out too. So I like that they're marked on your map. That does make it easier. I don't know. I don't think, are we in PvP? You're close to PvP zone, but I'm not in PvP. So I like the fact that you can sort of just chill out around the ship and you're fine. Like around that area and you're fine. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is still pretty chill. This is still pretty relaxing. So I think they kept the I was worried that you'd be flying around in space and you'd feel very like space to me. It doesn't. The fact that you're playing in 3 dimensions sometimes throws me off. But this feels okay. This feels okay. I can't get too mad about this. The fact that my mining skills lost value. I mean, that's been happening forever, but the fact that it's still happening isn't the best. It's not the best feeling, but I'm not. Yeah, this is okay. This is okay. This is still very chill. And I just can't see this being a big thing that I want to go out and do in PvP. Also, I do like the fact that when I'm mining, I'm just sort of running the deed drops, and then you sit, whereas here you're actively looking for the asteroid. If you're trying to do something like just in the background, I don't know if this is it. I don't know if this quite captures what I'm looking for when I go mining. So I can't see myself running out in my rocket ship and trying to go around. Plus, you're burning oil as you're going around. I don't think it's as efficient. For a while, though, there's going to be a lot of people skilling this because it's a new skill and you can get your skills up a lot faster. So if people are just looking at that number down there, they want to get to 100,000. I've been saying that for the last like 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. I've been saying that for a while now. But if people are like trying to do that, that might be, it's a good way to do it. So you can see, like, you can just fly around these stations and get a ton of materials. I don't think we're going to be doing a profit with this, especially when all things are considered. I should have taken more notes. Maybe we'll do a space mining run later and we can see just where everything falls. But yeah, if I'm doing something wrong, maybe someone will let me know too, because that's always possible. But it's an interesting direction that they're taking the game. And one thing I do find interesting is that they're introducing all this before Unreal, because it means that they're still actively adding to this engine while they're trying to create another one. I don't know how much of this code is going to convert over. I don't know exactly how they're doing it, but to me, it does seem a little interesting that they're doing this, but I think it's because for Unreal, they're going to be doing some really big changes, and I think this is sort of just to prep everybody for it. And I think it does prep us for it, right? Like, you can see where things are going. Like, when the deeds start to get less and less valuable, I don't think people have the right to get as upset, because they're phoning this in from a distance right now. They're sort of letting you know this is the way things are gonna go. But yeah, man, it's crazy when I think about it that I've been making these videos now for 12 years. 12 years I've been doing Entropia Universe videos. I've been playing this game for probably over half my life. And then I complain about things changing. It's like, man, talk about all right, now we're going off the rails here. But talk about being a bit of a boomer there, right? Like, this is one of the things I always try to stay cognizant of. As I get older, I realize that time still feels actually pretty long to me. People always say, like, the older you get, the more years fly by. Not the case for me. It's because I'm, like, 2024, I lived in. I spent some time living in a few different places. One of them, like, I spent 2 months living in Japan. Amazing. But it's such a different lifestyle out there. And it's like, it feels like I live 4 different lives in a year, right? And that's like what you get with school. You're switching all the time. Like, you're going from, you're doing one semester, then you got your next semester, then you got a break, and it's like you're introduced to all these new people, all these new things, all these new skills, and you're picking it all up as you go. And once you get past that, once you start working, it's very easy for things to be like, you spent 8 months working, you had 1 month of vacation, and then you went back to work. Or not even a month of vacation. You had 2 weeks of vacation. Right? I'm very lucky. I know that. I've got a lot of vacation time. I understand that. But you see what I'm saying? Like, it feels like, okay, these are some. I don't know how to judge these loots because I have no idea how much I'm spending on these things. But yeah, like, you get like these. You don't have as many big things where you're trying to learn or do something new, and even if you do, it's like a related skill, because no companies aren't dumb. They're not going to just pay you to pick up a random skill. It's always something related to your job, which means it's something that you've probably already done or you've been doing, and you're working with the same people. So the big things in your life. It's going to be like when you change teams, or when you change companies, when you change jobs, or what you're doing for work, and those happen very rarely. And then there's moments that are related tangentially. It's like meeting new people or something like this. And as the older we get, the more we're not doing that. And I actively try to avoid that. Like last year, I started a whole new YouTube channel unrelated to this. Got it to monetization. Been grinding on that. I keep going with Serial Overdrive. I keep trying to make more guides, more videos, just to see how far I can take this channel. I still want to get that plaque. I still want to hit 100,000. If you're watching this, you made it this far and you're not subscribed, I really would appreciate it, because I really am trying to get to 100,000 subscribers just so I can get that plaque. Um, Stupidest thing ever. I know, like I just said, I made a ton of money off YouTube, a decent amount of money off YouTube. But the plaque it'd be a cool thing to have. It would be like, look, this is proof that I made it. I was able to do it. And I mind out if you want to send me a plaque. I think I was one of the first players to get a land area as a free to play player. I don't think that's something you want to advertise, but if you do, plaque me up, baby. Give me that plaque. They're super cheap, but it would be just, I don't know. It'd be cool actually. That would be something I'd love to see Entropia Universe do. Not like, it doesn't have to be for me, just like physical plaques, physical things that you can hang, like plushies, just little things that are related to Entropia Universe that you can have for real. Like I know they've got a hoodie that says Entropia Universe on it, but if you're a diehard fan, I'm gonna buy one of those at some point. Because the reason I want to get it is silly, but I like to theme what I'm doing. Um, so right now, if you want to hear what I'm wearing, it's a lacy. No, this is silly. So usually, um, we keep it a bit hot in the house. It's 75 now, which is pretty intense. It's a lot of money. But my wife likes it that way. The bigger the house gets, the more you spend heating it to make it a goddamn tropical jungle in the middle of winter. But is what it is. I'm in, short sleeves and shorts. Got my kimono on. I don't know why. Like I'm just like it's comfy. It's a good like bedtime sort of thing. So around night when I'm making these videos, I sit down in my kimono and I can film them sometimes. And sometimes I've got like an Atari shirt I'll wear. I've got gaming shirts that I wear basically. I've got a Serial Overdrive hoodie that I wear too. That one I like to wear. But no, like I always like to theme stuff like that. So if I had an Entropia, ooh, nice. If I had an Entropia shirt or hoodie or whatever, I know definitely what would happen is anytime I'm playing the game, I'd have to like get the hoodie out. It would be like, all right, what am I doing today? Like my wife, my kids, they know like they can almost tell what I'm doing sometimes by like what I'm wearing. It's like the kimono I have from Japan. That's another stupid story. So I'm in. All right. We're off the rails here, but I'm in Japan, right? Like cultural appropriation. I know some people care about that, and sometimes like you don't want to be insensitive. You don't want to be that idiot foreigner who dresses up in the local garb, and then it turns out that you're wearing a KKK outfit in the middle of Missouri, and then people get mad at you for that. I think that's happened. I'm pretty sure that's happened. Like it would be pretty easy to trick like a tourist who doesn't know better. Like, yeah, this is just a local garb. We wear it to show support for our ancestors, and then you get caught walking around in KKK gear, and you're like, wow, you know, how did you not know? It's like, well, I don't know. Like, how many of us could name like what I was gonna say what some European like, you know, bad uniforms, but there is a whole, World War II Nazis. Like that's a pretty. We all know those uniforms, and let's be honest, those are some pretty sick uniforms. But anyways, if you go to like a random country, it's very rare that you're gonna know all their history and everything like that. But um, yeah. So back to the kimono. I'm in Japan. We're going to some temples, and I'm like, it'd be sort of like, it was my wife's idea. It'd be cool to wear a kimono, right? Like, I'm down for that. I like to theme things. We just talked about that. So it's like, all right, let's get some kimonos. So we walk into a kimono shop, and we're talking to them. Like they're not like Japan, like people don't like not everybody knows English, but there's translator apps and you can talk to people. Everybody's trying to be friendly. Like as long as you're all sort of chill, like it's a good time. Um, but we're going back and forth talking, like trying them on. We find some that work, and at some point, probably not too far into the conversation because it's a big move to like try on all these clothes, like take person's time and be like, "Is this culturally appropriate?" No, I asked. I'm like, is it okay to wear these out in public or whatever? Like, are people gonna? And they're like, no, no. Actually, the locals love it. Everybody's gonna be happy to see you, and the kids all dressed up. It shows that the culture is expanding. And to me, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Like as an American, I like it when I see like all right, like a Michael Jordan jersey. Those are like a dime a dozen, right? Like that's at this point a Michael Jordan jersey. That's just like half the people wearing them don't even know who Michael Jordan is, or if they do, they couldn't tell you what team he played on, or if they can tell you, they couldn't tell you anything about him, right? Like they're not Michael Jordan fans. But if I see a Bucks jersey, right? Like Bucks. I'm trying to think. The Celtics. That's the Boston basketball team. I was like Bucks. I'm like that's not the Bucks. So that's a different and the Milwaukee Bucks. But if I see a Celtics jersey out, right? Like I know that's someone who probably does actually appreciate the Celtics, right? Like, and it's like, oh, that's cool. Like I respect that. Like I'm from Boston, so it's like seeing someone supporting the local Boston teams. It's cool. I like that, right? Let's uh let's head back. Where is the Howling Mines? See, I get all disorientated, discombobulated, if you will. Let's put the waypoint there. But yeah, it's sort of cool when you see. I thought like, okay, like if people see you wearing a kimono, it's like, okay, like this isn't just. It's a tourist. Obviously, it's a tourist. All right, wow, these are off. It's not at all where I want to go. I'm headed for this. This has to be the Howling Mine, right? Are these mothers? No. Are they? I don't know what these are. Let's see what this is. I might be lost. I am lost, but we'll figure it out. Worst things worst, you just eject from your ship, you die, and then you can, pick up wherever you left off. I'm sure one of these is going to be the Howling Mine or something related to it. Anyways, though, what was I saying? Outlaw Zone. That's not where I want to go, is it now? These would probably be the pirates, isn't it? I think that would be where you find space pirates. I'm not looking to get into any fights, so let's figure out where the Howling Mines went. Is this it? Is this it? There's a lot of asteroids out here. I don't know which one of them is the one I want to call home. I think it's over here, maybe. We could go bug some space pirates, I guess. Why am I so dumb? This is a question I ask myself quite often. Alright, so I think I might be in a PvP zone. Let's just, you know what, I think maybe here's the Howling Mine. So you can see the markers are way off, so I don't know what's going on there. I think it was Miss Watson's video where she said because they made space smaller, it's harder to. Okay, there we go. Cool. It's like the markers are off by a little bit or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, back to the story. So going to the kimono shop, I asked them like, is it okay to do this? Are people cool with it? They say yes, and I'm like, all right, great. Like put on the kimono, go to a temple. No one's giving you weird looks because some of the temples we went to weren't actually touristy because most tourists are not in Japan for that long. So some of them were more legitimate. Um, and at some point I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, am I a dumbass? I mean, I am, but I go to a shop where they're selling something specifically to tourists, and I ask them, is it okay for me as a tourist to buy that and wear it? And it's like, of course, they're going to tell you it's okay because that is their job. If they're not going to be like, no, it's culturally insensitive. This shop is only for Japanese people, and we put it right next to a major tourist attraction. But me, I asked them, and at that point, I'm wearing my kimono in the middle of Tokyo, and I'm like, oh no, it's giving me too mean of a look. But the Japanese are like notoriously like they're not gonna do that. But yeah, hopefully I didn't offend anyone. I wasn't trying to be offensive. I didn't think it was like I didn't think I was doing anything offensive, but then it's like, I don't know, it'd be a little weird if you're just running around in a wedding dress in the middle of Vegas. Well, no, actually, that wouldn't be weird at all. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't be offensive, so whatever. If someone's Japanese, let me know. Did I offend you? If I did, all right. So, all right, missing teleporter tokens. Oh, I hate this. I think what did I do? Did I just, all right. So this is very weird. This is a very weird one. So you've got like space mining, everything like that here, but to get to for some reason, I can't use this teleporter to actually get to the Howling Mine. I can only get between various like points for whatever reason, like hangars. What I've got to do is spawn my ship, go out and turn around, and then you go to like a different hangar, a different part of the asteroid to land. They need to connect it. They really do. But let's just go ahead and do that, I guess. Or maybe we can try and kill some space pirates. This is how I die. But I don't have that much loot on me, anyways. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see if we can get some space pirates. But yeah, like I'm the tourist out here. I'm in the middle of Japan, right? Like wearing my kimono, thinking it's cool, and then I realized like I literally asked the one person who has a monetary reason to tell me it's not bad if it was bad, which is ridiculous of me. Anyways, hopefully I wasn't offending anyone. I didn't think it was because, like, in Mexico, I bought a sombrero, and actually someone got mad at me for that. Maybe it was offensive. All right, I've got a lot of like friends from Mexico, and they told me it was funny that I got yelled at, but they said it wasn't bad. But then, yeah, I don't know. Like I had a sombrero, and I was taking pictures in Mexico, and someone, well, I was taking pictures at a Mayan ruin, and someone got really mad at me and said it was very culturally insensitive for me to have a sombrero at a Mayan ruin, and I still remember it over 10 years later. And I took the sombrero off right away. And then my guide came over and said that she shouldn't have done that and that I should wear the sombrero. And then I was very awkward because I felt like I shouldn't wear it and I should wear it no matter what. People are going to be mad at me. It wasn't a good situation for me to be in. I was not happy with myself. Ooh, wait, here we go. Pirates. They're going to kill me. Okay. Can I not, like, target them? Oh, I forget that. Okay, I just remembered now, like, I really do hate space combat because I don't think you can lock into people yet. Like, you can't, oh man, and then go flying past them. This is great. Where's this guy shooting me from? Is this it? You know what? We filled our contractual obligations. We're getting out of here. I am not good at space combat. I don't know why it is. I'm not good at it. We're leaving it there. This is not my thing. Space isn't necessarily my thing. I'm not a space combat person. We're headed back to the asteroid. We're headed back to the mines. We're going with the Argos or something else, and we can talk about how I'm culturally insensitive and offended Japanese people on the behalf of Americans all over the place. But look, Donald Trump's president right now, which means I am not the only American offending people. I mean, I never was, but he's taken way more heat than I am. I mean, if I took that much heat, that would mean this video got literally like billions of views. So I don't know if I'd be against it. I don't know. It was a fun trip. I liked it, but yeah, I've got a kimono and I'm wearing it right now. That is what we're getting back to here with that story. And my ship is on fire. Oh boy. Oh boy. Did I just? So see, this is like a bug that people are talking about, right? Because now I have no idea what I'm actually doing here. Can I get back into the ship? No, I can't. I'm just in a weird state. So we're gonna teleport. It's gonna take 60 seconds. But yeah, like, people are complaining about bugs in the game and all that, but I don't know, it is what it is. What do you think? Am I doing good with this video, by the way? I wanna hear what people think because this is one of the things, like, it's been a while since I've done one of these just Let's Play style videos. I've tried doing streaming and things like that. I just haven't found the time, and I've been trying to do guides and all that because the guides do tend to pay better, and then I get to just sit back, play my games, relax. This is a little bit more like I've gotta be on point for it. Which isn't always the easiest, and with the kids, sometimes it's like, well, sometimes, most of the time I'm getting interrupted. This is just late at night, everybody's asleep, I know I can do it, so I went for it, and I thought it would be cool. I'm having fun with it, so hopefully everybody else is too. Um, but yeah, it's just yeah, it's been I don't know. It's been a good time, honestly. Like I like doing these videos. It's been a while, and every time I do one, I'm like, I should do more of these. I need to create like another channel where I just do Entropia Universe videos. To be honest, because I think that's what I need to do. And I don't think I'd be putting out tons of videos, but at the same time, I wouldn't have to worry as much about the hit that I take for them. So when I post these videos, it actually like is detrimental to my channel because Google's like or YouTube is like, oh, now this channel is a multi-video game channel, and they do Entropia Universe. Let's recommend the next 5 videos to this Entropia person who watch a 50-minute video, and you're not going to click on the video because it doesn't make sense. And then it's just not the best situation algorithmically. I do like making these, so I might just do like a serial Entropian channel, and we can go from there. We'll see. We'll see. I don't think a lot of people would watch it. I don't even think we'd hit monetization, but at the same time, like it might be worth it. It might be worth it. So let's see. Let's see if we can't find that. Who's this? Dread. What does he do? Ah, Mission Galactica. I am nowhere near that one. That is an expensive mission. Anyways, let's go ahead and let's try this recycling system. Um, I don't think I have enough railings, do I? I need 100K, and I have 10. So I definitely don't have enough. What's the markup on these things? 109%. That's not too bad actually. You can see all these resources that I got, by the way, the value of them is definitely going to be dropping because people are 100, 104. That's not too bad. Let's try refining these because I have a feeling that you're going to find out that the market value for this stuff is probably like this is probably almost like turn these into TT fodder at this point. But let's see. I'm curious. I'm curious if this holds true. Which again, this is good for crafters, not great for miners. A lot of this is curious because I wonder if there's a long-term idea that I'm just not seeing, or if this is just the, Mindark not really caring about markup or anything like that. Do they not take it into consideration? Or is the fact of the matter that they do take it into consideration? That's precisely why they did it. Plus, look, like, all right, iron value is way down. So if you're looking to skill armor making, armor crafting, that's a good time. Narc's down. It looks like the list is decent, I'd say. Actually, that's not too bad. So yeah, like people were telling me it was TT fodder. I don't think it's that, but it's not the best. Is what it is. Overall, though, I do like the game. Like I like this new addition to it. I came in ready to criticize everything. I was gonna like say like never die and all that, and like it couldn't fit when I was talking about this. I went in there and it looks cool. Like it's a nice design and it does fit with everything. The aesthetic. I don't think it's like Rocktropia. I like the idea behind Rocktropia, but it doesn't quite fit with where Entropia Universe went. And now you've got this like sword, this thing that sticks out that doesn't fit with the world. It doesn't mesh. Whereas this, I feel like it does. Like this is all. It's a little bit neon, a little bit cool. It'd be nice if they turned down the lighting so it's a little bit more like glowy. But overall, pretty good. And you can see here, he's got his little space mining crafting event. Win a shop at Howling Mine. Also, 2 deeds now available in the Howling Mine auction. Ooh, let's see what those are going for. Um, so yeah, there's a crafting competition. Let's check the auction here. Mutation Station, Slump Dog. He's the one who bought the land area I used to have. Slump Dog, the Mutation Station. That was my old LA. He is managing it much better than I was. So it looks like a Howling Mine. Let's see. The shop current markup 1.5K. That's not too bad. Um, but there's still 4 days left. This is gonna run up, I'm sure. And the apartment is 113. Like these prices are way under. My guess is these shops are probably hoping to get at least 10K for this. 1K for the apartments. In my opinion, the apartments are probably worth maybe 500 because there's not really much use for them. And I don't think this is going to be the most poppin' area ever. And the shops are probably worth 5K ish. Because the thing is, you can do space mining anywhere. So really, all you've got is a howling mine here. And while it does look like they've got some cool quests and everything like that, I don't think they're quite gonna pop off like people are hoping. The other thing, I don't know if Neverdie is actually the person that owns the apartments. I'm not sure if he's selling. I should check. We can check who's selling, I think, but I'm not sure if he's the one selling it or if it's just like he's advertising here to tell about the game. Like I'm not 100% sure on what the cut is between them all. Let's see. So we were definitely in lootable PvP there. So I don't see any. Let's see if we got any messages. Like I see messages like this, but I don't see any messages related to going into a place that's taxed higher. So I'm not 100% sure if this is. I don't know how this is working. Yeah, so he's selling this. So he must have those. So Neverdie's involvement in this might be that he just owns the apartments and the shops, and he's trying to promote it, push it, get people to buy it from him. Which I don't know, cool idea. Yeah, well, maybe let's go hunt some Argonauts then. Let's go do that. I'm not ready to give up yet. I'm not ready to turn off the lights here and end this video. Y'all are getting a longer serial left drive video. We'll just equip a random gun here. Salvage light pistol. You just got some random weapons in here that I got at decay, basically. Um, because all the quests that gave out like free weapons, they came out way after I played. Like I started. So I never used the free weapons, but I got them all because I do videos and it'd be like, hey, this is how you can get this and that. And I never used them. I couldn't TT them, so I just kept them on hand. And when I get a chance, I do try to use them. All right, we went completely the wrong way. Let's try and follow some signs and get us somewhere. But yeah, I do like this area. I'm positive about it. And overall, actually, for Unreal, I still am positive about Unreal. I just don't know how it's gonna. I don't know how it's gonna hold out for deed holders. Overall, when it first drops, you're gonna see a bump in deed payouts. But I think it's gonna try and spread players throughout the universe a bit more. I could be wrong about it. I personally, I'd like to see people more condensed, but I think it's gonna spread people out throughout the universe. But I think it's also gonna have to push back the scale of space. And the reason I think I'm going the wrong way again. The reason I think it has to do that is because I think space is one of the biggest limiters in the game right now. I think if you look at it, if you look at what is keeping people from meeting each other, exploring, going to different planets and all that, it's space. If you got a ship with a warp, not really a big deal. You can jump between areas. It doesn't cost too much. If you don't have a warp or an easy way to get between planets, you gotta slog it out. You gotta go across lootable space to get to planet A to B. And the first time you do it, it's interesting, it's intense. But once you've done 10 times, it's just your resources are stuck between planets. If you want to bring them, you're just hoping you don't run into anybody. It's so long that most of the time you're just AFK doing it anyway. So if someone decides to shoot you, you're dead to rights. And for people who don't have the time to do it, they're just not gonna bother with it, and they're gonna stick to one planet. And then you get this segmented societies, which is it's a cool experiment, but it's not really what you want to do, in my opinion. But I think they're moving away with. I think teleportation chips are going to be the way that they're going away from that. And I think you're going to see it like or the teleportation fragments or whatever those are. I think it's going to work the same way that you see it sort of happening with anything, like with TP chips. Even with this, like this might be like reducing mining a little bit. So that might be a profession on the outs. I don't know, but like they do it slowly. Usually, if they do it right, it's going to be over a long period of time. But eventually, you're gonna find yourself one day, years from now, probably logging in and being like, "Hey, I haven't been in space in a while. I guess there's really nothing there anymore." And then you're gonna think, "Hey, Serial is right." And I will probably still be making videos, so maybe you can come by, say hi, and I'll be able to say I told you so. Where are all these? I'm looking for those. I think they said I need to wipe out some scavengers or something, 40 of them, but I'm not seeing anyone here. I guess people probably run through and kill them all, don't they? So it's just outrunners. We'll just run around a little bit here, see if we can't find anything. Shifter. So you could do like the old way of doing it, where you just tell everybody up and then drop some drop some grenades in there. I don't know, some explosives. I don't know if that's gonna. Should we try it? Let's try it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's be a little reckless. That's not gonna work. There's too many. There's too many. We're cooked. We're cooked. It's over. It's over. Um, let's just run around for a bit. But yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting direction that they're taking. I think a lot of this is to prepare for Unreal, and I think we're only gonna see the results of this, the final idea when Unreal comes out. But right now, I'm worried about CLDs and anybody with a warp ship. I don't think they're gonna see it. I don't think you're gonna see it going nuts anytime soon. But I think over the next couple of years, you might have some issues. But yeah, that is the new. Oh, there's a turret here. Okay, well, that's cool. So shifters here. I don't know if I could take a shifter. Level 28. I should go to the other side and take those. We'll put on the armor and see if we can make it happen. But yeah, it's I don't know. I like it. I like doing these old videos. It's like to me, I don't know how it feels for everybody else, but to me, it feels like catching up with old friends. Because a lot of the time, I'll see these familiar names commenting, and it's cool to see. Because at this point, like people, some of you all have been following along with my story, listening to me talk for the last decade of your life. That's a significant part. I mean, significant part for both of us. For me, for talking, for you, for listening, and it's cool. So when people comment and all that, it's like catching up with old friends in a way. Not in a parasocial sort of way, but in a I remember this person. That's cool. Like, yeah, it's good to see they're still around, still kicking, still doing their thing, still having fun with it. Some of you are outright crazy, so it's like, all right, well, I guess they didn't get any, you know, they didn't get on meds, that's for sure. But good to see that they're still around. Anyways, what is this thing doing? Heal me up here. Oh, I see. I forgot all the keys. And since they changed the way everything works, like certain things I'm looking for, I'm like, I should see a little circle running around this. I just don't see it because things have changed. And I assume it's working and stuff. I'm gonna try Ghost because I have no idea what any of these people have. And we're not gonna upgrade any of our armor because I never bothered with any of that. See, that's what I'm talking about too. Like you feel left behind because it's like I never bothered to upgrade my armor. I never bothered to really like learn about that, which I should, but I didn't. And because of that, I'm like, I don't know about any of this stuff. And I need to learn about it, but then I put it off. And there's a part of me that's like, I know the game from its base, but there's so much that I'm missing, so much minutia that I don't know. Let's drop a probe. Why not? Like sometimes I'll do stuff like this, and someone's like, "Serial, did you know they let you drop probes, but you actually can't mine? Like you can't find resources?" It's like, yeah, I knew that. Of course, I was just like, donating to the cause, the loot pool, helping everybody else out. It's like mining Club Neverdie back in the day, or not Club Neverdie, Crystal Palace. I don't want to call it by its nickname because that means something else nowadays to certain people. But yeah, Crystal Palace was always fun. I liked it. All right, so let's see if we can get a shifter. Let's see if we can take down a shifter. We'll take down a few of them. Let's see how they do with damage. I think I should. Ooh, they did a lot of damage. They missed. So let's see. We might be able to do this. I think Ghost probably wasn't the best armor type, but I might be held up by the fact that I've got a decent level of evade for the gear and everything that I'm rocking. Oh, and we couldn't do it. Came close, but we didn't quite get there. Anyways, I'm gonna end it here because it's been a long video, longer than I'm used to. My throat's starting to get sore, so it's It's time for me to go, but I do appreciate everybody tuning in to watch. Thank you so much. There's gonna be no loot totals or anything like that because I have no idea how much I spent, but I had fun with it, and it was a good return to Entropia Universe, and I think honestly it is a pretty decent update. Thank you for watching, and until next time, peace.